Hello everyone, welcome. My name is vAaron, and today I'm here to ask you guys, does item level belong in Neverwinter? And what if it disappeared and they tried something new? So, in terms of Neverwinter and changes, the changes haven't been good in my opinion. They've obviously got to make changes to keep the game fresh, I understand that. But today's topic is item level. So, item level recently became useful because the higher item level you got a base damage stat, which is in the top right there. As you can see, I'm on 8400. Because my character isn't maxed, I haven't got the collars, I haven't got the insignias, which is a significant amount of item level, which would give a significant amount of damage. I believe people have managed to get to 10k base damage, but I'm not sure. I'm sure they have, but I can't say for certain. But anyway, I've got a couple of pieces of gear that I want to use as an example here. So what if item level was removed from the game, and instead of these adventures and these campaigns being item level based, what if the gear actually scales up to which campaign you've actually completed? Now what I mean by this is, say Dragonbone Vale, you've got 45k, say that 45k was removed and the strength of your gear actually scaled off Shorindar if Shorindar was the last one you completed. So let's say you start from the adventures and your gear has base stats. For example, you can see the Heels of Fury here, the stats is significantly lower. You've got 340 crit strike, 227 crit severity, and blah blah blah, compared to the Forest Guardian's rate, whatever that word is, Coices, I guess. I probably butchered that. But you got 450 combat advantage, 675 crit strike, 1100 defense, and then you got the combine rating. There's many things you can do with combine rating. I know it's part of item level as well, but we are not going to focus on that. Combine rating can stay there and it can just add on to our stats. But what if this gear, this Forest Guardian, scaled? So let's say the Tyranny Dragon. Let's say Barovia is the last campaign you fully completed. Now, I don't mean completed as in boons, I mean completed as in the story. So, therefore, your gear would go up a level. So, your Heels of Fury are your Barovia gear, that's your stats, because you've completed Barovia. I think it was the Undermountain after. So, we've got the Omnipotent here. The Omnipotent comes from the Undermountain. So we've got 375 combat advantage, 375 crit strike, 750 defense, and 900 combined rating. All you gotta do is look at the combined rating to know that the Omnipotent gives you way more stats than what the Heels of Fury do. Now let's say you complete the Undermountain, and then instead of looking for new gear, what if your Heels of Fury stats go up to about the same amount as the Omnipotent stats, because that's the Undermountain gear? Now what this would mean is you have gotten to Dragonbone Vale, so let's quickly take off, that's Hardcore Voss. Have I got any Dragonbone Vale gear? I don't know, let's use the shirt, shall we? That's a Dragonbone Vale. And we'll find it real quick. Okay, we can't find it. But anyway, let's say you have the Dragonbone Vale gear, which is about 1500 item level. Now, item level has disappeared in this made-up universe that I've basically made up. So, item level's disappeared, and you have Heels of Fury, which are the same strength as the Omnipotent. It's got the same amount of stats, pretty much. And then you've got the Dragonbone Vale, which came out, and the old item level would be 45k. However, if you complete this, it'll give you significantly more stats. The most stats in the game. This would mean you can actually use the Heels of Fury at endgame. Now, this would open a load of avenues when it comes to wearing gear. For example, let's say, let me try to think of the old builds that we used to run. So we used to have a Rex Corona, which is right there. We used to have the Heels of Fury. We used to have Fur Keanu with the bear, which I do not have. We have found that shirt. There it is. Fearbringers, I do not have. But it would mean that we can take all of them pieces of gear that we farmed up from the hunts that become useless after a certain amount of time. And it means that that gear would scale up, depending on which campaigns we've completed. So let's say we're running the Barovia Heels of Fury, and we've got the Veil Tunic here, and instead of giving us combine rating of 680, if we have completed Dragonbone Veil and the other campaigns that come before, it would give us 1260 combine rating. However, it's still viable at endgame. So we don't have to go look for Wasteland Wanderers, we don't have to go look for Rusted Iron Leggings or whatever, because the Heels of Fury were best in slot. If they had similar stats, or the same stats as a piece of gear from Hardcore Voss, would the Heels of Fury be best? It's quite possible, and it would open up so much variety. So all you ranged DPS out there, your wizards, your warlocks, what if you could use the Hag's Rags? I don't know many ranged pieces of gear. I know the Hag's Rags is one, and I know there is others, but what if you could use the Hag's Rags, the Rex Corona? Obviously the Rex Corona might not be viable right now, so it's just used as an example, and I know very few things will beat the Ribcage, so Hag's Rags may not be, one of them things, but there is DPS out there that don't really have a hard-hitting daily. So what if you could run the Fearbringers, because you don't need that 20% on the daily damage. So on the Fearbringers it's minus 20% daily damage, and I want to say plus 3% damage on the at-wills and encounters. I used to love the Fearbringers, I thought they were awesome, but in this universe that I've basically made up in my head, what if your character right now had so many options in the game because item level has been removed? You could run the Barovia gear that you used to run, or you can run the Chult gear that you used to run, or maybe you've got a Lost Mouth set that scales, considering which campaigns you do. There's a load of avenues that Cryptic can take. If they're going to take them or not, I doubt it. I know a lot of people don't want another change because of how it's going to affect them financially or whatever. But this is just a theory, and it was just an idea that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.